I haven't been able to put this down. Just like back in 2020 when Animal Crossing New Horizons took the entire world by storm for the original Nintendo Switch, Pokemon Pokopia is doing the exact same thing for the Switch 2. This game has taken over, and if you've been living under a rock somehow and not heard of it, then listen up. It's made by the team over at Koei Tecmo, the folks behind Dragon Quest Builders and that line of games, and it is just such a charming and adorable game. So it's been a while, but let's crack open a cold one and get right into it.
Because I have phantom pain!
So first things first, this game it's not Animal Crossing, okay? It's not exactly like that. It's a cozy game, don't get me wrong, but it's not that level of cozy. There is a story pulling you through. You do unlock abilities as you go, and you do level up these environments, and there's a constant want and constant need to be improving in this game. The humans are missing. We don't know where they've gone, but you, a lonely ditto, wake up and want to get everyone back. So you've got to go out there and you've got to entice Pokemon to come back to the wild, hoping that that in turn entices humans to come back out. And to do so, you're going to be creating different environments, different habitats, farming, destroying stuff, building stuff, and doing a whole matter of things to improve the areas around you. The game feels like it is constantly teaching you new mechanics. You are always learning new things and new ways to interact with your environment, and it does a really good job with the tutorial of taking you through stuff and teaching you it without making it obvious that it's a tutorial, because it's not until after you finish the quest that you're like, oh, I can do this. Like, I can do this for something else now. Like, it's always giving you that inspiration and always giving you those brainwaves that you need to actually like put this creativity to use. It is so well designed in that regard. I'm going to preface all of this as well by saying I'm not super far in the game, but I've somehow managed to sink well over 15 hours into this already, and I can't stop playing. I cannot put it down. The way that the gameplay is structured has just got me hooked. You start off in an area called Wooded Wastelands, and I'm not going to give you any spoilers as to what these areas are based on, because there's hints throughout the entire game for it. You find items related to it. You even hear names mentioned in there as well. I kind of want to leave that all up to you to figure it all out and all to find, because half of the joy of this game is just the nostalgia hits and the, oh, I remember that, and all that little, like, the feeling that you get of like the wonder of this world. It is just incredible how it is done. But where you start off, you'll start building up this area. It teaches you about building habitats, teaches you about what Pokemon will spawn, how to keep them happy, how to improve their mood, how to give them like a better living environment, how to improve the world around you. And as you go, your environment score will level up, which means you can unlock new things. You can unlock new challenges to get more money. You can unlock more things to buy in the shops with said money. And it gives you the options to get more Pokemon that way. And it is really interesting how it is done. You are pulled through the story with this really interesting character in Professor Tangworth, who is essentially your guiding character throughout, who's got different quests for you to actually do. He's got loads of ideas about how to get the Pokemon back, things that you can do, loads of funny little anecdotes, and it's just charming beyond belief the way that it is done. Different areas will have you do different challenges. You'll unlock different abilities in each area, all of which you can then use via Ditter's Transform to have actual skills to use. That can be things from the ability to cut vines, the ability to smash rocks, and a whole host of other ones that I'm not going to spoil it for you. There's so much to learn in this game, and it's really well done how it's doing it. When I played Animal Crossing New Horizons, the mistake that I made was I rushed through paying off the debt for Tom Nook so that I could then go, cool, I'm going to focus on building this game up and having this little world. And unfortunately, because I kind of finished the reason to keep playing, I didn't have a reason to keep playing. Other stuff came out and it kind of pulled me away from it. I couldn't be as creative as I wanted to be with it. And overall, I just kind of fell out of love with it. With this, I'm not making that mistake. I'm not rushing my way through this game. I am taking it in bit by bit. I'm trying to get the stuff that I need, and then I'm not doing anything more. I'm building an area up, then go to the next one. And that's how I want to play it. I'm in this for the long haul, but it is so fun. And if you're someone who wants to rush to the end game and enjoy all the end game stuff, you can do that. If you're someone who wants to take their time and play it that way, you can also do that. I am very aware that I'm in for a very long slog with this, but That is the cross that I've chosen to bear, all right? The game also works off real time as well. So sometimes you'll be building, say, a Pokemon Center, which requires a bunch of Pokemon and materials to work together to then recreate this Pokemon Center and build it back up. But it's not done instantly. It does take actual hours. Sometimes I'll be playing late at night and it'll tell me it'll be ready tomorrow. I could date skip if I want to and go to the Switch's system settings and change the date for a day forward, but I'm not about that with this game. I know, if you are, that's fine. That's just not my bag. I want to play this as it's meant to be done for me, because otherwise it'll ruin the fun for it in my eyes. Okay, if you play it that way, that's on you if you're a dirty cheat. And it's a really nice way of pacing the game out, because it doesn't feel like you constantly have to keep on doing all this stuff. It basically forces you to be creative and to invest your time in other things. Cool. All your Pokemon are building a Pokemon Center. Well, what can you do with the rest of the time? Well, you could go and build up another area. You could work on a thing that you want to make. You could build more habitats to get more Pokemon. You could tidy up an area. There's so many things that you can do. You could go visit one of the Dream Islands, which are like these randomly generated islands that you can go off to once a day and get loads of rare items and special stuff there. It's so jam-packed with materials for you to use, and so good for like filling that time void. It's great. It is so good how it's done. You could argue that making the wait times actually be real-time hours means that it's just prolonging the game for the sake of it, but it's all part of the design, and I really like that it doesn't let you rush it. It wants you to savor every moment for it. Obviously, if you do want to go and change the dates and times, you can, but again, that's a lot of effort, and I'm not about that. I want that easy life. I want to be as comfortable as a Snorlax. The game also looks incredible. Now, granted, it's not some visual masterpiece, okay? I'm not looking at ray tracing here. I'm not looking at these incredible reflections. It is still a Pokemon game at heart, but it is a damn good looking one. It looks so beautiful, so cute, and every single thing just oozes charm and character. There hasn't been a moment where I haven't looked at these Pokemon and just gone, wow. The way that they move around, the way that they act, the way that they interact with each other, just every single thing about it is just gorgeous. The presentation has just been incredible with it. The music that plays in the background is calming, it's relaxing, and it just kind of flows, and it's just there. It doesn't get boring, it doesn't get stagnant, it doesn't repeat itself too much to the point where you're thinking, oh, I don't want to listen to this again. It all exists in like, I think, a really good cohesive like package. The Pokemon still make the traditional beeps and chirps that they would do back in the original games, which is quite a nice touch. A part of me was hoping we were going to hear them actually speak like how they would speak, but it does make sense that I'm not hearing someone say Pika Pika and then having like a actual speech at the bottom of the screen, because the way they'll interact with you, because you're a Pokemon technically, is they'll speak to you. So you can actually read all the sentences and stuff like that, but everything about it is just so charming. My only gripe with the audio comes when you've got a bunch of Pokemon that want to talk to you, because they will emit this really loud pitched like screeching sound essentially, and it is just ear piercing at times. Like it can get a little bit like, ooh, that's overwhelming, but I'm someone who finds pubs busy but will go to a death metal show without a problem, so I don't really know what to tell you about that one. That might just be a me thing. What about longevity, you might be asking though? Like when I finish the story, what can I do? What's the point? Well, the point is to create. The point is to have this outlet for you. If you look online, especially on the Pokopia subreddit, there is so many creative things out there. Even if you want to brave going through Twitter as well, or X, there's so many things that I've seen on there which are just insane. The whole game is just absolutely gorgeous. The whole way it lets you be so free with everything as well. It blows my mind what you can make in it, and the way that you can get creative is just second to none. I'm absolutely in awe by what they can do with this game. So there is currently an event going on for Pokemon as well. So if you were to log in now, there's a whole thing going on where you can get special items and, you know, have special habitats to get special Pokemon, which is a really nice thing. And we know they're going to be doing them periodically throughout the year as well, which is a nice, like, come on, keep on playing, or come on back and check in and do this. You can do it as much as you want, or you can do it as little as you want. And I like that aspect of it. It doesn't make you feel like it's a chore. Like you can just do it if you want to. And I really like that it doesn't have that like live service game mechanic of I've got to keep on logging in to play, otherwise I'm going to miss out on stuff. The daily rewards are quite minimal in the grand scheme of things. It's a really nice way that it has been done, and I'm really thankful that they haven't tried to change that into something which could be monetized or leveraged against the casual audience. It's a casual game, but some of you out there I'm far too employed to make some of the things that you're making. It's a really interesting thing when this game has come out and what it's done for the industry and what it's done for Nintendo, because it's starting to shift systems to the point where it's selling out consoles. It's making people go, actually, this game is good enough that I want to pick it up. I was really skeptical about it at first. And then the FOMO hit. And I bought it and I found it online, bought it for digital for my Switch 2, and I'm playing it and I couldn't stop. I've taken it to the gym with me. I do it on the treadmill when I'm doing my steps afterwards. Took it to work and play it on my lunch. I just can't stop. I absolutely love it. When I'm in bed in the morning, I'm playing it. Before I go to bed in the evening, I'm playing it, trying to set up the build so that they're ready in the morning. Like it's just so fun and so relaxing and calming. And this world is falling apart. And it is really nice to have this there. I do think Nintendo might have something to answer for, because the last time we had a really big global event, let's say, happen, we had Animal Crossing New Horizons come out, and now we've got Pokopia doing a very similar thing. All I'm saying, all right? Would I recommend you pick up Pokopia? If you've got a Switch 2, 100% yes, definitely. I think it is worth every penny for it, and I think you will definitely have an amazing time with it. If you're someone who's got the patience for waiting for these things to be built and can enjoy the finer details of creativity and stuff like that, then it is a great outlet for you. Can get a little bit overwhelming at times. It can be a little bit brain frazzling like it is for me at the moment. If you want to have things nice and organized, you've got to remember you are going to have to make some sacrifices to make it dirty, to then make it clean afterwards. It is going to be like that. You'll be fine though, trust me. The real question is, should you go out and buy a Switch 2 to play Pokopia? Well, that one I can't answer. I can say that Pokopia is definitely an incredible game, and it is something that if you own a Switch 2, you want to play. If you don't own a Switch 2, work out your financials, and if it's within scope, then I think you'd be making a really good shout for it. The Switch 2 is starting to get a software library which is actually really good now. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Pokemon Pokopia. I think Koei Tecmo and Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have knocked it out of the park with this one. You could argue that it is the game which has made people change their mind on game keycards, because it is a Nintendo published game, but it is on a game keycard. So yeah, it is making people go, oh, actually maybe they're not that bad. All right, I love it. I think it is a great game, and I think that if you purchase it, you will enjoy every single charming second that you have with it. Can I end this video because I've got more buildings to build and I have got Pokemon to cheer up. I want to say thank you to everyone who has been watching my stuff and checking out the live streams, checking out the Twitch. It means a lot to have people just to hang out with and play these games with. If you don't know, I'm streaming a bit more on Twitch and YouTube now. You've probably seen it if you've been subscribed to me, it's been popping up, but I'm playing Pokemon Pokopia on Twitch every now and again. I'm playing Resident Evil, which I need to do another session on, and I'm playing through every single Legend of Zelda game to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Zelda. So we're now up to A Link to the Past, and we're trying to get through that. We did kind of play a little bit of Zelda 2, but that game was just so bad that we kind of stopped. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I really appreciate all of my friends and all of you that come and hang out in the streams and just chat and encourage me. And yeah, it's been really fun. I've been really enjoying it. I've also been working on making a Discord, so I'll be sharing that out soon once I've got that all finalized. And yeah, I just appreciate all the support. Final boss, thank you, Eric, for all the support that you give me as well. If you want, use the code at the bottom of the screen, save yourself some money off. Absolutely incredible stuff. I love it. I'm back. We're good. We are doing this again. We are going to make this year this special. So I appreciate you all for the patience. I appreciate you all for the support, and big love. And also support Rise Above Cancer, because cancer can suck it. Much love.